皆聞け。すでに帝国軍は目前まで迫っている。戦える者は武器を取れ。他の者は急ぎ避難せよ。我らには死の覚悟がある。恐れることはない。勝利を信じるのだ。
準備はできてるか？そうしてくれ。分かってるとは思うけど、今の状況は最悪だ。近隣諸国から援軍は得てるものの、敵は大軍。どう考えても分が悪い。しかも向こうの大将エーデルガルトだ。彼女の非凡さはよく知ってるだろ。
もちろん知ってますよ。でも今さら逃げられませんしね。ジタバタしたって疲れるだけ。そんな睨まないでくださいって。
私の父は最初も罷免され、今も帝都で軟禁されているという。私は父の跡継ぎとして彼女を止めねばならないのだ。
あいつのやり方は間違ってる。俺たちがそれを分からせてやらねえとな。
あの人に従わないって決めたから。でも逃げません。
エーデルちゃんはきっと本気で来ますよ。だから私たちも本気で答えないとね。
彼女強い人です。しかし私たち強い。負けません。私も皆さんと一緒に精一杯戦いますわ。
みんな度胸で座ってて助かるよ。もう生徒だなんだ言ってられないからな。あんたらも戦力として扱う。頼んだぞ。もちろん指揮はあんたに任せるさ。ま、言うまでもないか。あんたはこいつらの先生だもんな。じゃあ生きてたらまた会おう。ブーンを祈る。
先生。
先生のおかげで
アロイス。
め
カトリーヌ。
カト
そう。
いや
あっせだ。
マリ
いらっしゃい。
またのご来いらっしゃい。こちらですね。ありがとうございます。またいらっしゃい。こちらですね。ありがとう。こちらですね。ありがとうございます。また
報告、敵が城郭内に侵入。防衛線を突破されそうです。騎士団、生徒諸君、全兵士に次ぐ。援軍到着まで大司教と防衛線を死守せよ。諸君の奮闘に期待する。以上だ。
っしゃ行くぜ。
先生、奇襲有利思います。
あの太陽が私を暗い気持ちにさせるのですわ。明日私に任せてください。努力の量が違いますから。はい、出ます。
おうさ、いけますよ。さて、次に行くか。
一丁やりますか。せい。
うまく指揮してくれ。
焦らず戦おう。賞賛はあったよ。さあ参りましょう。ざっとこんなもんです。加減すべきだった。私なんかのために
続きを使う。
この策で行くぞ。
報告。まずいな。
俺の前に立つなっつうの。
見事なものだ。
さらぶっ飛べ。力も実力のうちだぜ。あれ、
その調子よ。
恐ろしいですわね。いい勝負ができたね。
ガルグマクという聖域をうなすその余興に過ぎんこの戦いは。時は満たすか。
よし。
もう終わりなのですか？甘い。
来た来た来た。どうだ見たか俺の活躍。こいつどっかで見たような。
貴様はまさか。いや、
まあいいか。行くぜ侵略者。俺の邪魔すんな。
無理はできん。口惜しいがここは引くぞ。
これでもっと戦果を上げられるぜ。
こんなもんだろ。 次行くぞ次。
はい。終わりよ。
負けられないのです。少しは成長できましたか？
受けてみなさい。
無事に勝てましたか？
おっとタコが俺の前に立つなっつーの。
よっ。すみません。
貴殿らではま
おっと
誠に残念です。貴殿にも帝国に大切な人がいるでしょう。その者の運命はどうなるのか。
障害解除です。
まだ戦力に余裕はありますからな。私は無理せず引かせてもらいますよ。
両方の砦を抑えられたぞ。間に合ったか。
分かってるよな。手伝うぜ。
もらった。
こ
任せな。まどろっこしいが仕方ねえ。すげえじゃん。俺も負けねえ。
帝国貴族のヌーベル家が途絶える道を選んだということね。
あなた様のお言葉の通りにございます。私は帝国の臣民の資格を失いました。なればこそ新しきヌーベル家を起こすため戦わせていただけないでしょうか。
分かったわ。あなたの覚悟を受け止めましょう。温存していた。あれは。
帝国歴1181年初頭、新アドラステア皇帝エーデルガルト率いる帝国軍がガルグマク大修道院を包囲。多くの犠牲を出しながらもこれを陥落せしめた。時の大司教レアはセイロス騎士団を率いて帝国軍を迎え撃ち、自ら陣頭に立って戦うも混乱の中姿を消す。この一戦を機にアドラステア帝国はファーガス神聖王国並びにレスター諸侯同盟領への侵攻を本格化、フォドラ統一に動き始めたのである。
いつまで
会えるはずもないのに。剣はたやすく交わるというのに。私たちの道が交わることはない。さようなら、先生。次に会う時はどちらかの道が途絶える時よ。
そこのお前、何者だ？ああ、久しいな。などと挨拶している場合ではない。君が死んで、いや死んでいなかった。姿を消して5年。教団は大変だったのだぞ。一体どこで何をしていたのだ。5年間眠って。そういうことか。ならば仕方がない。実は5年前のガルグマクでの戦いでレアもお前と同じく行方不明になった。それ以来騎士団が総力を挙げて捜索しているのだが一切の情報がない。可能性がないわけではない。帝国からそのような発表はされていないが、仮に帝国領に囚われていたとしても今の我々には確かめようがないのだ。これまで我々の動ける範囲で捜索を続けてきたが、そろそろ手詰まりだ。このままではレアの捜索も教団の再建も頓挫する。帝国が存在する限りな。無論帝国への反抗の機も伺ってきたが戦力不足で踏み出せないでいた。しかし今日君が見つかった。覚えているか？5年前にレアが君に言ったこと。自分に何かがあれば君に工事を託す。君がフォドラの民を導くのだと。ならばその言葉に応えてほしい。頼む。君が皆を導き帝国をエーデルガルトを打ち倒すのだ。私ではダメなのだ。君でなくてはいつかきっと話そう。だから今は聞かないでくれ。
大変です、セテス様。賊が侵入していたようです。隠してあった武器などを盗んで逃げていきました。町の方へ逃げたので、もしや町の中に根城があるのではと。
何？いくら騎士団が不在とはいえガルグマクで狼藉を働くとは許せぬ。私たちも追うぞ。
ファーガス神聖王国は政変によって新帝国派のコルネリアが王都フェルディアを含む旧王家ブレーダッド領の全てを制圧。王子ディミトリは処断され、旧王国の残存勢力はフラルダリウス家ゴーティエ家を中心にかろうじて抵抗を続けている。王宮によるコルネリアは帝国の支援を受けて軍を再編、残存勢力の掃討を進めていた。レスター諸侯同盟領ではリーガン家を筆頭とする反帝国派とグロスタール家を筆頭とする新帝国派の諸侯が衝突。分裂の危機に瀕しながらも新名手クロードの手腕によってかろうじて同盟の体裁を保ち続けている。一方アドラステア帝国では 帝都アンバルにおいて皇帝エーデルガルトが体制の強化を推し進めるとともに、王国の政変に干渉して勢力を伸長、旧王国諸侯を次々と傘下に組み入れながらフォドラ西部の制圧を進めていた。そんな中でセイロス騎士団は消息を絶った大司教レアを捜索するため各地に離散。崩落したまま放置されたガルグマク大修道院は盗賊の住処と化していた。
大修道院の貴重な宝物を持ち出すとは断じて許せぬ。
おやおや、侵入者のようです。
賊にくれてやるものなど何もない。盗まれた品は全て回収するぞ。うまく指揮してくれ。以上だ。
天井を広く見なくても。これで決める。狙い通りに進められているね。
この私に勝とうなど少子。邪魔立てするな。我々の邪魔はさせん。ど
う？よし、信じる者のため。これで戦況が動く。
無駄だ。以上だ。まだ衰えてはいないようだ。
どう？よし。彼らの死を無駄にはしない。いい経験を得られたね。
排除する。こうなる定めだったのだ。
行くあてもなくてガルグマックに戻ってきちゃったけど。あら、先生。
戦いの匂いがするぜ。よっしゃー、俺も参戦だ。
先生の無事確認です。私協力する望みます。
なぜここに。いや、
話は後だ。族退治を手伝ってくれ。
先生奇襲有利を思います。私一度ブリギット戻りました。けれども再びトドラへ来るです。あと何度戦えばいいのかしら。今の私の舞台はこの戦場。
おっしゃー、行くぜ。
我々の邪魔はさせん。己の非力を嘆くがいい。無駄だ。邪魔立てするな。以上だ。遅れんじゃねえぞ。
トゲばかり磨いて花は残ってるかしら。ブリギットの誇り見せました。
運も実力のうちだぜ。
導いてみせる。これで戦況が動く。誰もいないって聞いてたのに、なんで戦いが。先生。
先生、ああ、生きてたんですね。来てよかったな。
何？先生が族と戦っているのか？地上は置いて今は戦おう。族を退治しているのだ。力を貸してくれ。
眠っちゃダメだ。
引きこもれないよう変えなきゃ。
戦場に立つ以上覚悟はできている。
戦場に立つ以上覚悟はできている。
眠っちゃダメだ。明日寝るためにも今日は殺すしかない。
あと何度戦えばいいのかしら。何においても勝つのが大事よね。
うまく指揮してくれ。
おっしゃー、行くぜ。
どう？彼らの死を無駄にはしない。これで戦況が動く。
この策で行きましょう。
こうなる定めだったのだ。以上だ。こうなる定めだったのだ。
今だ。
二手に分かれるか。
戦場を広く見なくても彼らの死を無駄にはしない。
先制奇襲有利思います。
生き残るように立ち回らなきゃな。
こもれないよう変えなきゃ。
この地
ほら。
私だってやるときはやるし。
よし、勝てたね。
鍛錬してんだ。負けるかよ。先生にまた会えて嬉しいぜ。けどなんでこんなみんな集まってんだ？
先生も5年前の約束を覚えてたんです。今日ですもんね。 また生き延びられた。また殺した。追加実施ません。戦い全て大義のためです。
全く変わっていないな、先生は。こうして再び共闘できて嬉しいとも。
分の意思で家を出るのは拷問でした。けど先生と会えて苦しさ雲散無償ですよ。
私は違うんだ。やるしかねえか。死ぬ覚悟はあんだろ。身代わり。奴も死ぬ。
今のは運が良かった。
許しはいらない。これが戦いだ。
あなたを使う。楽して稼げると思ったんですが。
この男、修道院に出入りしていた商人か。山賊に身をやつすとは道を誤ったな。どうにかガルグマ区に潜む不逞の輩は排除できたか。しかし君たち生徒がこうして大修道院に集まってくるとはな。
実は先生と約束したんですよね。5年前の今日、千年祭の日、修道院集合、学級の皆誓いましたです。
まあ言い出したエーデルガルトはいないみたいですけどね。みんなこんな状況なのに本当によく集まったなと思いますよ。
何言ってやがれ。お前がいるのが一番意外だっての。
そうだったのか。君を慕う者たちのおかげで大修道院は守られた。やはりフォドラを救えるのは君しかいない。そう私は確信したぞ。おお、ついにその気になったか。私がガルグマ区に戻ったこの日に君もまた目覚めここへ来た。これは偶然などではない。女神の導きなのだ。実はいや、合わせた方が早いな。性病までついてきてくれ。そういえば眠っていたということは各国の状況などは知らないのか。私から簡単に教えてやろう。ガルグマ区の戦いの後、王国では政変が起こった。ディミトリや摂政リュファスをはじめブレーダット家は王札の浮き目に遭い、王都は帝国からファーガス港に除されたコルネリアの支配するところとなった。今はフラルダリウス領のロドリグが中心になって必死の抵抗を続けていると聞く。同盟はクロード率いる反帝国派とローレンツ率いる親帝国派に分かれ一進一退の攻防を続けているが、戦況はあまり芳しくない。つまり王国も同盟もかなりのところまで帝国に侵食され苦境に陥っているのだ。今こそここ修道院に君のもとに将兵を集め戦況を覆さねばならん。さあここだ。フレン、先生がいたぞ。
お兄様、何を。あら、先生ですのね。生きていらしたなんて。お兄様も私も心配しましたのよ。 何をって、その性病に大事なものを忘れてしまって、どうしてもとお兄様に言って取りに来たのですわ。
フレンの用事を終えたらレアの捜索に戻るつもりだったのが、君に出会ったことで事情が変わった。虚しく時を過ごしている場合ではない。各地に散らばっている騎士団の面々にもすぐに連絡を入れる。セーロス騎士団の再始動だ。頼んだぞ。
よかった。貴殿を見つけるまではジェラルト殿に顔向けできないと。
どうやらあんたは相当に悪運が強いらしいな。本当に探したんだよ。レア様は一緒じゃないんだね。
先生、あなたのことみんな心配してた。
事情はセテス君から聞いているよ。これからは我が輩たちも力になる。
皆無事で何よりだ。着いたばかりで悪いが、これからについて話し合いをせねばなるまい。来てくれ。というわけで我々は帝国への本格的な反抗を始めたいと思う。うまく大修道院となる。内部は多少荒らされているが、以前とそう変わらず使えるだろう。
だけど帝国の奴らもこの用地を警戒しないなんてことはないだろう。
いや、用地といえど大修道院は帝国軍の戦線からは距離がある。輸送の手間を考えれば不便も多く、さほど重要視はされてはいまい。
だがあの抜け目のない皇帝のことだ。監視くらいは置いているかもしれん。
先生はどう思われます？
その心配はもっともだが、幸いにも町や周辺の村落は残っているし、潤沢とは言えないが教団の蓄えもある。
あ、そうなのですね。先生、私たちの旗揚げに必要なものはお兄様に任せておけば大丈夫ですわ。昔から交渉事が得意でしたし、今回もきっと何とかしてくれるでしょう。
そういうことなら私もお願いがある。引き連れてきた兵を軍に組み込んでくれ。我がエーギル家は皇帝と対立し、すでに領地は奪われた。故に私の元に残ってくれている兵の数は多いとは言えないがね。
私、戦争で親を失った子たちとかを保護して町に連れてきているの。修道院で養ってもらえませんか？働き手は必要でしょ。
ほう、了解した。私の方で取り計らっておこう。
僕は金目のものを家からくすねてきました。父は皇帝に従ってますからね。スズメの涙ほどだけど足しになれば使って。
私は木の実木のままです。物資の援助をお願いします。切に。
俺は5年間身一つで流浪してたからな。まああの親父のいる家には帰れないぜ。
分かった。私に任せてくれ。このフォドラのためならばどんな労苦も厭うことはない。
くそ、いって先生わざわざ見舞いに来てくれるなんて優しいんですね。いや、大した怪我じゃないですよ。明日には戦線にも復帰できるって言われましたしね。 それにほら、あんたのために受けた傷だし、勲章みたいなもんでしょ。あの時は本気でああ言ったつもりでしたけど、本当にあんたが殺されちまうと思ったら体が勝手に動いたっていうかさ。だけど正直な話、あんたが羨ましいって気持ちは今でも変わってませんよ。あんたを見てると憧れずにはいられないんです。俺は家を出奔する度胸があれば、あんたみたいな紋章と無縁の生き方もできたのかなって。そうさ、逃げ出そうと思えば逃げ出せたんですよ。ゴーティエの家からも、紋章を持つ貴族の運命ってやつからも。うちの実家は王国の最北にある。山のすぐ向こうは異民族の住む土地でして、昔はファーガスの従属下にありましたけど、王国が倒れた今、いつ戦いになるか。何しろもう何百年も争ってきたわけで、その間うちの家はずっと防衛の要だった。いや、うちの兵士や将がっていうよりも、ゴーティエ家の遺産、破裂の槍がね。あの時は割と危なかったんですよ。一歩間違えれば教団に槍を没収されていた。父上は槍を教団に取り上げられるのを恐れて、修道院にいる俺に槍を渡し、万一のことがあったら俺を領地に呼び戻すつもりだったんでしょうね。そんな事情もあるからか、うちの家は特別紋章を大事にするんです。紋章を持ってる俺は両親からそれは大事に育てられてきた。けど紋章を持たない兄上だとかは、俺が生まれたのを契機に一気に冷遇された。兄上には井戸に突き落とされたことも、真冬の山に置いていかれたこともあります。ガキなりに理解してたんですよ。俺は兄上から全てを奪っちまったって。紋章が欲しくても手に入らなかった奴の前で辛いだなんて言えるかよって話です。だから女たちのねばつく視線も、俺を値踏みする令嬢たちの視線も笑って受け入れなきゃならなかった。俺には紋章がありましたからね。憎いのかもしれませんね。俺の血を道具のように利用しようとする女たちがさ。けれど俺自身本当のところよくわからないってのが本音です。とにかくあんたを恨むのは筋違いだった。本当にすみませんでした。それからありがとう先生。あんたと出会ってなかったら俺は一生他の生き方ってのを知らないままだった。今は本当に心の底から先生に会えてよかったと思ってますよ。
ありがとうございます。
Marianne, may I join you?
Yes, Ferdinand, of course. Is something wrong?
I am sorry, but, you seem very different compared to how you were before.
That may be true.
Right there, you are smiling. I do not think I have ever seen you smile.
Please, you're making me blush.
I do not mean to embarrass you. I am just saying you seem to have truly changed.
Well, I have you to thank for that. In truth, I spent a lot of time thinking about what you said. It meant so much when you told me that everyone has a purpose to fulfill, even me.
I am so glad to hear you say that, Marianne. I wonder, did you find a purpose for yourself?
No, not yet. But I've been much happier since I started thinking about it more. I remembered a time back when I was working at the animal clinic. The rest of the staff was so thankful for the work I had done. Even in something as simple as looking after animals, I was able to make myself useful to others. Thinking about it made me realize that anyone can make other people happy, even someone like me.
It sounds to me like you have already found your answer.
What do you mean?
Making people happy. If you ask me, that is a truly worthwhile purpose.
You may be right. I just remembered. I wanted to ask about your food.
Yes? What about it?
Today was my turn to prepare the meal. How is it?
Oh, it is delicious. The flavor and the texture are superb, so you are certainly making me happy.
I'm glad you like it.
I hope you will learn to like yourself. For what it is worth, I like you.
Oh?
Maybe, if you have the time, you can cook something for me again? For me alone, I mean.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Reading anything interesting?
Oh, good day, Linhart. At the moment, I'm simply browsing history books. Reading these, it's easy to imagine what it would feel like to exist long ago.
Fodlan's history spans thousands of years. We're lucky to have so many detailed records of our past. I have knowledge of how people lived, who they loved, what wars they fought, and why. But I'd never describe it as feeling like I was living in the past.
And why not? It's only a figure of speech.
About our shared crests.
Goodness, this again?
There's an experiment I wish to attempt, although it might prove to be a bit troublesome.
A troublesome experiment? You know I do not like pain.
Pain? No, there won't... Well, I'm unsure of the results, but that's why they call it an experiment. It would, of course, require that you and I get married.
I beg your pardon?
Yes. If bearers of major and minor Cethline crests reproduce, what crest would the offspring possess, if any? I must know, and thought the question might pique your interest as well.
Are you actually speaking about a hypothetical future with me? Involving... children?
Yes. Such parentage has never been documented. A whole new field of research awaits. It would be a worthy experiment, and we'd need only 5 or so children for a good sample size.
Do you mind going back to what you mentioned earlier?
Pardon? Which part?
The part about marrying and having children. I've always believed, rather firmly, that marriage is something between 2 people who love one another.
I like you well enough to advance a field of study to previously unknown heights. How do you feel?
This is the first I've heard of such a thing from you.
Do you imagine I've spent all this time talking to you because I was bored? Anyway, I'm pretty worn out now, so let's continue this conversation another time, yes?
Does conversing with me tire you out so much?
Talking to anybody tires me out. Thinking, putting thoughts into words, opening my mouth, all tiring. Do give some thought to my proposal. Think of how far we could advance Crest research, you and I.
Experimental marriage and children? He likes me? I don't understand. I don't understand at all.
Ugh, this path isn't the right way either. Why do epic quests always involve a lot of legwork?
Well, Abyss is a big place. Maybe it's time to start on your next epic quest. Giving up and going home. People are dying up there after all. We don't have time for this sort of thing.
What sort of thing? You? I'd say you're way more important than the pursuit of war. More interesting, too.
Yeah, and the next big thing in Crestology. How flattering. You gotta stop saying things like that or someone might get the wrong idea. Lucky for you, I'm used to your weirdness by now.
I'm sorry my sincerity rubbed you the wrong way. I meant what I said, but that's fine. Now, back to your ability. I've discovered that this power can be attributed to your blood. The magic originates from your crest. There have been leaps and bounds in research on summoning magic focused on an arbitrary target. The only remaining problems are perception and distance, though it could be argued that...
Blah, blah, big words, blah. I don't even get what you're saying.
You don't have to understand it to appreciate its implications. Here's the connection. Once we understand your power, it's essential that we have a theoretical grasp on how to control it.
All right, I'll do my best.
That isn't as scientific as what I had in mind.
I'll probably need your help wrapping my head around the theoretical stuff. You up for that? No pressure. Well, people might die if you say no, so some pressure, I guess.
Huh? Why me? Ugh, I guess it can't be helped. I suppose foisting this task on Professor Hanneman would be a waste of my precious efforts. This isn't what I had in mind, but I guess I'm the only man for the job, come to think of it.
Sounds great. Hey, if you're tired, there's no shame in calling it a day and heading back to the surface.
It's more walking than I expected. I've lost sleep over this. But you're way more important than a... Oh, right. You don't like me when I'm sincere. Well, let's get on with the adventure then. We'll check out that hidden passage next. We've got to find that book that Timotheus is said to have left behind. Come along.
Fine. But what if we don't find the book, and you can't figure out a way to solve this?
I've come this far. Now I've got to see it through to the end. How will I ever nap in peace otherwise?
Sounds like we might be stuck together for a while.
There you are, Marianne. I'd like a moment to talk.
Oh, Linhart. I was just on my way to pray.
All right. Afterwards.
It's already getting late, though. If you'll excuse me.
So then, you're done?
Linhart, were you here this entire time?
I was sleeping. Are you ready to talk now?
I suppose. My apologies for keeping you waiting.
I wasn't waiting. As I said, I was sleeping. I didn't want to disrupt your prayers.
I see. So, what did you want to talk about?
The results of my research.
Your research?
I intended to look into the power of your crest from the first moment I met you. I've been feeling quite happy of late, and I can conclude that it is due to your crest.
Are you sure that's...
Or, more likely, I feel good because I've recently taken a bit of exercise.
Oh.
Although, keeping you from finding out I was researching you was plenty of exercise on its own. Listen, Marianne, I'll tell you one thing for certain. Your crest is not the source of anyone's bad luck. The research on your crest is lacking, but other crests have been studied quite a bit. I can find no proof that a crest can influence the lives of those who come in contact with its bearer. And frankly, transmitting bad luck via touch sounds like a crazy superstition, don't you agree?
That may be true.
By the way, eating the vegetables you gave me caused no ill effects. They were as delicious as ever. It may be another story if I drank your blood. Ugh, now I'm nauseous.
You're going to make us both sick.
All right, sorry. As I said, it is my scholarly opinion that your crest does not cause bad luck.
Thank you for your reassurance. It does make me feel a little better.
It's probably just that you and the people around you have had some bad days. It happens. I'm going to watch over you from now on, and if either of us has bad luck, well, I'll look into whether it's just chance or if it's your crest. In fact, I'll dedicate my life to it.
Your life? For me?
Especially for you, Marianne. Don't make me spell it out.
Caspar, how have you been?
You, get over here.
Get over here? How about I tell you to get out of here?
You're always following me around. At least make yourself useful. Let's spar.
What? Are you serious?
I don't joke. Draw your weapon, unless you intend to fight without one.
If you want to train, then do it on your own.
If you don't attack first, I will.
Okay. If you want me to knock some sense into you, who am I to say no?
For someone whose only aspiration is marriage, you're pretty strong.
Is this your attempt at flattery? Oh, it is, isn't it? When I was in the opera, I always trained for self-defense. Couldn't really get by without it. Nowadays, if you can't use a sword, then you're just in the way.
Perhaps I had you all wrong. I thought you were just a frivolous girl who cared only for men of status. On the contrary, you seem well aware of the realities of the world. I respect that.
Yeah, all right. I'm beat. I'm going to go sit down and relax with a cup of tea. You'll join me, naturally.
I will.
We just trained together. Are you really going to turn me down?
Just this once.
Good. Let's go for tea. While we're at it, shall you treat me to a meal?
Don't get carried away.
No, you're no fun.
That's Bernadetta. Those thugs are pursuing her. What did the weakling expect running ahead? I can't leave her alone for 1 second.
You really ran us around, little lady. Nowhere to run now, though.
It's all over! I'm done for!
What? My sword!
Ah, the technique! No, I can't stand by and watch. You're not hurt, are you?
Felix, is that really you? Thank you so much. I was sure I was finished. You saved my life. I can never repay... Huh?
Shut your mouth and calm down. I should be thanking you.
What?
When you were surrounded, I got to see you use your technique again. I get it now. For just a moment, you flail your limbs like a wild creature. If I could learn to do that, I'd be unstoppable.
In that case, I'm happy to help.
I would be even more impressed if you hadn't been screaming the whole time.
Hey, come on! I was running for my life! Don't make fun of me for... Huh? No way.
Why are you staring at me?
You're actually smiling. Not like a sarcastic smirk either. A big goofy grin from ear to ear. You're just a big old nut, aren't you, Felix? Once you get through the shell, there's all sorts of good stuff inside.
You don't know me.
Aw, there's that shell again.
Okay, that's it. Quit making fun of me.
I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can, You can keep thinking of me as your little brother. And that'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Whatever.
What's the use? Even with all I've learned, I still don't understand. Hello, Constance. I hope I'm not interrupting. Not at all. I was just in need of a sympathetic ear. I found a magical scroll, which, unless I am mistaken, should relieve me of my woes. Oh, wonderful! Not so fast. The magic within this scroll is a type I have neglected to study. It pains me to admit this, but it may take decades of going back to the basics to grasp it. Decades? That's a long time to spend with your nose buried in an old piece of parchment. Why must the goddess dangle a solution before me, only to cruelly pull it away? There's no need to despair. To tell the truth, I like you just as you are. You do? Why? Those low moods of mine have never done anyone the least bit of good. You're like a little sister to me. Nothing you do will change that, not even a little bit. Really? Of course, you're my sweet Constance, and I like you just as you are. I see. Perhaps my moods are not the great burden I thought they were. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pressure you. No matter what decision you make, I support you. I felt no pressure, I assure you. It's more that I feel embarrassed to have been embarrassed. I'd put so much effort into finding a magical means to alleviate myself that it never occurred to me that maybe all I needed was to accept myself.
What will you do with the scroll you found?
Oh, I'll continue to research it, for research's sake if nothing else, but I may have no need of it. It's not as if these moods of mine have ever hampered my efforts to restore my house. And I am as a sister to you, no matter which face I present, yes? Nothing, no mood, no foe, no obligation, will keep me from honoring my sisterly duty to protect you.
We can protect each other.
Good. It is settled. Now we can begin the hard work of reclaiming our titles.
Absolutely. We'll become sister sages and restore our houses to their former glory.
You understand the plan perfectly. If we walk this path together, it can only end in triumph.
Frigid ocean waters. I can feel them already.
Calm. Just listen to me for a moment. There's something I need to tell you. The reason I worked for House Varley, Bernadetta, was to kill you.
Ha! I knew it. I always knew you were out to kill me. Sink me into the deep, dark, freezing depths. Hold on. House Varley? But why?
As you well know, theirs is one of the 6 great noble houses, the true rulers of the Empire. And you're the heir, the crest. There were tons of people who wanted you wiped out. Like people who want to eradicate House Varley. Or a relative who wants the glory for themselves. That particular breed of treacherous nobility is the kind that'd hire a kid to do their dirty work. The first thing that kid would do, get close to the target by befriending her. Find an in through, say, an assistant gig.
This kid you're mentioning sounds real. That was you, wasn't it?
Yours truly. My biggest mistake? Getting to know you. I crept into your room one night and readied my blade. The whole thing had been a breeze, up until that moment. I couldn't bring myself to do it. While I hovered there, hesitating, your father came in. You know the rest.
Why are you telling me all this? I'm so confused.
Because I want you to look at it objectively. I was hired to kill you. Your father protected you from me. A filthy assassin. He was looking out for you. You're lucky to have a father who cares for you enough to do that.
Father protected me? He protected me.
Yeah, why would I lie? At this point, I figure it's you who hates me, and not the other way around.
I don't hate you, Yuri. But I mean, I do feel weird. But I don't know how to feel. Can't we just be friends? Like back then?
You want to be friends? With me?
The reason you couldn't kill me was because we were friends, right?
Well...
You were my first friend. My very first friend. The first person who played with me. The first person who went on adventures with me. The first...
And you were the first friend I had to baby that much.
What do you mean? Well, even so, you were the first friend who cared for me.
The whole thing was probably a sham anyway. Though, you know, even if it was, I did have a lot of fun with you.
I knew it!
little Lysithia. These ears miss nothing, you know.
What are you on about this time?
Is it true that Count Ordelia plans to relinquish his title eventually?
Yes, but why are you asking?
I approve, that's all. Throwing off the shackles of nobility to live freely, it's a beautiful thing.
I would ask that you refrain from painting them with the same brushstrokes that you so liberally paint yourself with. My mother and father will carry on with all the associated duties befitting of nobles. Only after that will they retire.
Got it. And that's completely different from someone like me who tapped out of the nobility game, right? Your parents are exemplary nobles, that's for sure. I respect that you support them as much as you do.
Would you just stop? You're embarrassing me.
Can't be helped. Meant every word. If anyone should have red cheeks, it's me, given the choices I've made.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Of course. Still, it is a bit cowardly of me not to stand up to my family a bit more. Honestly, it's since getting to know you that I've started thinking along those lines. One day soon I'll return to that house. My reception will be chilly at best. Still, it must be done. My house is full of lowlifes. But it also has my little bro, who took over when I left. He's good people. Even with the difficulties in Leicester, our house is still going strong. That's his doing. That's why I've decided that it's time to talk to him about what can be done to help Count Ordelia.
Repaying your perceived debt would be nice, sure. But it sounds like you intend to foist your responsibility onto your little brother.
Ah, but the two aren't related. This is just the right thing to do. I'm still pondering how best to fulfill my vow.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't believe me, do you, little lady?
Just what exactly are you planning on in terms of this repayment?
After your family relinquishes their noble titles, I'll support them so that you can all live in peace.
Even though you're a lowlife?
That may be true, and it is, but consider this. I've seen life from both sides, as a noble and a vagabond. When their situation changes, they'll face new challenges. I'm the perfect guy to help them through.
You're irresponsible and unreliable. But clearly, you're not a bad person. And your support would be most appreciated. Just so you're aware, however, we have no means with which to pay you. So, are you sure you're still willing to follow through with this?
I wasn't planning on doing this for a payout, but if you really insisted on a thank you gift, well, you could always accept me into your family. Then paying me wouldn't be a consideration.
Excuse me? Just what are you insinuating?
Don't think too hard about it just yet. I still have lots of debts to pay and affairs to settle. In the meantime, let's just stick close together. Yeah?
Shamir, can I be having your time? There is a thought that is giving me great concern.
Let's hear it, Petra.
If Dagda is ever invading Fodlan again, what will you be doing?
I'd join the army of Dagda. I'd lay waste to Fodlan and return to my homeland.
If that is the truth, then I am having one more question for you. If that was happening, and all of us were fighting for Fodlan, would you be fighting us too?
Of course. You expect me to die for you? You should be prepared to do the same. Your homeland would likely join Dagda.
So, that is your truth?
Maybe. If you'd asked me 5 years ago. I've been a mercenary since childhood. Always fighting for a bounty. If my allies didn't pay, I'd side with the enemy. It's why I became a sniper. Easier to dispose of anyone with a reward on their head. It's also why I joined the Knights of Seros. I owed them a debt, but that's all changed.
You are not fighting for money now?
That's right. When I see everyone fighting for Fodlan, I feel inclined to help. I won't die for the cause, but I will protect everyone. If the army of Dagda engaged you, I'd fight at your side.
Hearing that is giving... it gives me great joy. Until the war is finished, let us fight together.
Finally, you've arrived. I was beginning to get impatient. Have a seat.
What are you on about?
I'm not on about anything. Let's have dinner together, Yuri.
What is this? Did you make it?
I did. It's a simple dish. My culinary skills are fairly basic.
Hold on. What exactly is this about?
You cook for me, I cook for you. That's how this works. It may not be quite as elegant a meal as that of a Drestian or Leicester cuisine, but the food of Fargus is delicious nonetheless.
Thank you for the meal. It was lovely, Ingrid. The flavors were nostalgic. Reminded me of when I lived with my mother and the Elder. I was actually born in a poor town in Fargus. The flavors in this dish remind me of those days. Sorry. I didn't mean to compare a meal made by nobility with the meager food I grew up eating.
No offense taken. To tell the truth, although my house is a noble one, it's also lacking in money. Our territory was struck by famine, and we ate whatever the land gave us, which wasn't much. We took what we could, just like everyone.
I see. Well, I must say that your cooking is quite to my taste. Any meal made with so much thought and care is bound to be delicious.
Why, thank you. High praise indeed, from someone who knows their way around a kitchen.
To survive in this world means to sharpen many skills, whether it's cooking or anything else, really. Although I've got to say, I do enjoy cooking. And if my meals can bring a smile to someone's face, all the better. Celebrating victories with friends, sitting around a table with loved ones, watching someone enjoy the meal I made them. Few things bring me more joy.
Have you ever considered giving up being the Lord of the Underworld and becoming a chef instead?
A chef, huh? You know, that doesn't sound half bad.
If you ever do, I'd come to your restaurant and eat whatever you'd whipped up every day.
I'd like that very much. I'd work extra hard so I could see that lovely smile of yours.
You are just too much. I can hardly maintain my composure around you.
Did I say something wrong?
Not at all, Yuri. Not at all.
Remember when you mentioned briefly that you'd been in conference with some nobles? Did the topic of conversation happen to be me?
I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Don't be coy with me. I recently received an offer of support from Count Karen.
Bravo! Your dream of restoring your house is that much closer now, isn't it?
We shall see. My response is on hold until I could confirm something first. You sound as befuddled as I feel. These are events you set in motion, are they not? I want only the truth from you. Lie to me and you shall be incinerated.
That doesn't leave me much wiggle room, does it? All right, I'll tell you. So yeah, I might have been negotiating with some nobles. Maybe. Possibly.
You do recall that I have nothing I can offer you in return, yes?
Of course I know that. I just did what I needed to get what I wanted. Like always.
Explain.
All my life, I've known how to angle to get everything I've ever wanted. Money, social standing, the whole kit and caboodle. See? That's how the savage mockingbird lives. Ever since I was a kid. It's how I've done things.
What does that have to do with... Wait, are you admitting to being the savage mockingbird?
And I find myself wanting in on this house of yours. The one you've yet to rebuild.
What? No, wait. You haven't yet answered my question about the savage...
Preened as this bird might be, his only home is a dark, wet back alley. As long as I'm me, nothing can change that. So I figured if I could leave that home of mine and live simply as Yuri, even if only for a while, you know, I might like somewhere proper to return to. Somewhere cozy, comfy even. Better than House Row, or the last I left from.
I'm not sure what you're insinuating here.
I'll get your house back for you. And I only ask for one thing as payment. Once House Nouvelle is back in good standing, I want a home there.
You mean you wish to join House Nouvelle? But the only way to do that...
Marriage. Bingo. Quick, easy, simple.
You and I. Spouses.
You heard me. It's a fine enough trade. What's the problem?
I mentioned nothing about a problem. Where did you get that notion? I've always found you very useful, though I could do with less, much less, of your back talk.
I suppose Milady doesn't want a rogue for a husband. Can't handle all that is Yuri,
No, but there is a procedure to this sort of thing. How can you join my house when I have none?
What? You want to do things in order? How boring. I suppose we'll be lovers for now.
You mock me! You mock me and I will not have it!
Me? Mock? I'm being sincere. I'd never live out another dull day with you by my side.
That is my only fear. A life spent by your side may be more taxing than I could stand.
Seeing you so flustered provides endless entertainment.
Yeah! Come at me!
Balthus, you mustn't draw the enemy in so. Pray do not sacrifice yourself on my account.
Enough of that. Just watch my back like we planned.
1,000 pardons, then.
Ooh, it's been a while since we had such a close fight. How you holding up? You didn't seem like your heart was really in it this time.
I had some difficulty knowing the torment our enemy was going through. Bad enough to fall in combat, but to be felled by one so base as I.
Oh, if they regret anything, it's that you're worried about their humiliating defeat. Ego burn right there. You know, it wasn't so bad fighting at your side. We make a pretty good team, you and I.
It is because you have the courage to face your enemies head-on, leaving your flanks unguarded, and the generosity to allow less skilled fighters the glory of dispatching foes who take the bait. Every aspect of your tactics is a reflection of your incomparable virtue.
You have a way of understanding a situation, but also twisting it all up in your head. Impressive, really. The unrivaled king of grappling himself, that'd be me, trusted you enough to watch his back. Can't you just be proud and leave it at that?
The nickname is a difficult one to respect, though the man inhabiting it is more than worthy. If what I have said today has offended, which I would not doubt, then accept my humblest apologies.
You really are something else, you know that? I like your style, pal. I could see us teaming up as mercenaries and wandering from battlefield to battlefield. Admit it, that would be a grand old time, don't you think?
It would depend on the circumstances. Might I impose on you to come with me?
Right, there's always... Wait, what? Okay, we're here. Care to explain?
Must you make a mockery of everything? I have my own dream to pursue, not this twaddle. You assume I'd abandon the restoration of House Nouvelle to become a vagrant? Are you mad? Even among your fabled transgressions, this goes beyond the pale.
Definitely a fair-weather friend, that one.
Do you have time for a request?
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history. How did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Quite given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise. That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect you in his stead, and now I'll make good on my word. Oh, this...
Really now? There's unrest everywhere these days. I hope things... Hey, how about appreciate it?
Got a favor to ask.
Well...
Hey, I could use a hand.
I need a favor. If you don't mind, I have a favor to ask. Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first. But corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty. This is giving me...
Hello there.
Hi.
Professor! Hey, Professor.
Professor?
Members of the Knights tell me that Father left their ranks 5 years ago. They say he announced he was returning to the kingdom, but nobody's heard from him since. I haven't received word that he went back home to Mother. Where could he be? Where are you, Father? Oh, that!
Professor, I am so glad you were unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt. Oh, that is mine! Thank you so very much.
A country with no king has no future. That's why I made my way here. Professor, don't let me down. Yes, let's. Find me a worthy opponent to battle, and I'll be content. That's mine. Thank you for finding it.
It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first and greatest apprentice, to look out for you. Of course, it wouldn't be enough just to keep you alive. It's my duty to make sure you win, too. So do your best, Professor, and count on me to watch your back. Oh, that's mine! Thanks so much for finding it.
At last, I return to my domain, my lonely paradise, my realm of exquisite solitude.
Huh? Professor? Is that you? You didn't hear that just now, did you?
Right! You didn't? Well, I'm good. I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
Hey, Professor. I know that we didn't plan to stop at the monastery, but I'm glad we did. I'm happy to be here with everyone again. Right? It's as though we went back in time 5 years. I feel like my old self again. Oh, you found it! Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart.
Professor.
This way?
Professor, I have a proposal. Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodlan to fight for our cause. Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the Kingdom and join forces against the Empire. But now the Kingdom is not exactly, well... Yes, that's mine. Thank you very much. I've been looking for it.
Really? There's I you.
Professor, I left home without telling my father. Did you know that? I can just imagine my father's face contorted in anger, and the delightful words he must have used to describe me. Kind of a scary image, actually. But regardless, I've put my faith in you, Professor, and I'm hoping I haven't made a big mistake. Oh,
Yes. I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around. Thanks. How did you know this was mine?
Hello.
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
I'll take it.
I love it.
Even with the church in shambles, we can still pray. The goddess will surely hear our prayers. But still, I hope the church can return to its former beauty someday. I appreciate this.
Professor, you're here, Professor, along with everyone from our old class. It's like we've gone back in time. When I think that I'll be around you again, all of my sorrows just drift away. Yes. Let's work together for the common good, like we did 5 years ago. Oh my, this is great! Thank you so much!
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did...
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have my gratitude.
My thank you so much.
Whoa. Hey! These past 5 years have been so chaotic, even the bounty hunters backed off. I kinda miss the chase. I don't have family ties worth fighting for, so these muscles are up for grabs. Use me as you see fit, pal. You're a smart one. Just point me at a problem and I'll smash it up for you. If you're worried my skills have dulled from disuse, think again. I've been fighting thieves to stay sharp. Got a favor to ask. Must be my lucky day.
Back finally! I've been waiting for so long. I thought you might have died. But I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed here. You're welcome. It wasn't easy. I've been kinda lonely. As you might have noticed, we've lost a few people down here. I could use your help. For me? I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty great.
Well, hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Are you really so surprised to see me here? I flew here just as soon as I heard you were alive. I care more than you may realize. Who are you now? I will admit, hearing that does make my heart flutter a bit. So long as our efforts are aligned, I'll happily work alongside you. You really know what I like, don't you?
Oh, you have the look of someone relieved to see me. Before you ask, yes, my superior spellcraft is yours. It's your reward for waiting so patiently for me. Your quick acceptance of the truth is gratifying. But my assistance has a price. I expect you to aid me in fulfilling my dream of restoring House Nouvelle. What a delightful gift!
Why, hello there. If it is your wish. Everything will come back soon now.
Hey.
Thanks for giving me a hand.
partner.
My savior, thank you.
No.
Oh, good. Thanks. Hey, well, you have a good, 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 pleasure. Come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think. This one, yes? I think. This one, yes? This one, yes? I think. 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 This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business. Come again. You've done me a great service.
Professor? The promise was made 5 years ago, but I must say I'm rather impressed by how many of us managed to make it. Personally, I only showed up because I hope to see you again, Professor. I've been with my family in the Empire until recently. I admit to feeling a little guilty betraying Her Majesty, but only a little. Now that we're all together again, I suppose the fighting will begin soon. Well, this is simply delightful.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone. Down with the Empire. For me, I love it.
With the return of its knights, Garrick Mach is finally coming back to life. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea. Thank you. I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength. I have something to ask of you. Well done. You have my thanks. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. With the return, the Church of Sim. Yes, this. This is what. This is.
Professor? My professor, you haven't changed a bit. At your age, I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years. Though I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way. Wherever did this turn up?
Thankfully, it appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail. Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course. I can't believe I left this behind. Thank you so much for retrieving it.
Teacher, I have lost my dominion. My nobility may seem like nothing more than a title, but I will never lose my noble heart. I will stop Edelgard, even if it costs me my life. I have turned my blade against her now. I cannot go back on that decision. Professor, do you think I chose the wrong path? You are right. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back. You gotta find her, Professor. You just gotta. Hey, that's mine.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garreg Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together. Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
Yummy! This is...
Even the god, I hope... Professor, you're here?
Professor? The promised person I've been now that we're all...
There's still...
Professor, I've broken, but now...
With the return of it.
I'm getting...
Professor?
Mom.
Professor.
You're... You are giving... You...
Of course I got it. No need to butter me up.
All right.
I guess I'll...
There is... That? That...
I have a question. That's it then.
Hey there, Professor.
With two of us, we'll get this done in no time.
Let's try our best.
A fine result.
Let's put this to the test.
Growth sustains me.
Still a long way to go.
Is this what success feels like?
I suppose it's working.
Ah, it feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
I hope this song reaches the goddess's ears.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come back!
Guide me well. You defeat me? Left. Haven't we?
What's my strategy? Another victory.
I'm in.
I do this for all of us.
Let's clean up.
Onward!
Going for the kill. Thinning their numbers.
I knew you could do it.
I'm awake.
Shall we?
I'll crush them all.
I'll do my best.
It won't be in vain.
Stay down. Let's clean up.
Onward.
I'll crush them all. All is fair in war.
I'm awake.
I'll do my best.
I do this for all of us.
Shall we?
I've learned. Stay down. I won't hold back. Just let me at him. Going for the kill. Thinning their numbers.
Better accept it.
Really wanted to die, huh? Guide me well.
What's my strategy? All is going to plan.
Stay down.
Never let your guard down. It was the least I could do. I won, didn't I? Now...
Thinning their numbers.
Unexpected. Was it? I'm in.
Stay down. I'll grow. Oh! All for Lady Rhea.
Sorry, but it's you or me.
I won't allow it. Just a hindrance. That is all.
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I have gratitude.
I'll crush them all.
I'm awake. Phew.
I do this for all of us.
Yes, I've got you!
Still here.
Maybe this'll help me keep steady.
Aye, aye! Ah! Yeah! I get it!
What's my strategy?
A Another victory.
At your service.
Why not? Relax. You're dead.
My turn? I'll dirty my hands if I must.
There's no stopping me.
Ready and able.
Can't hold me back.
Here is something to believe in.
I must lead them well. Watch and learn.
Try harder. Just stop already. Taking life doesn't faze me.
Invigorating.
One day the war will be over.
A tragic end.
Better you than me.
Same old, same old.
Do it!
Really good, huh?
No hesitation!
All is going to plan.
Yes, I got you!
A little scratch won't stop me.
I have made my peace.
Well done.
Oh, my apologies.
All this violence. And for what?
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
What's my strategy?
It won't be in vain. There is still room for improvement.
I do this for all of us.
Yeah. Yes, I've got you.
Still here.
Your timing's spot on. I'm awake. I'll do what I have to. Today I was lucky.
Just like that.
At your service.
Why not? All this violence. And for what?
Aye, aye. See ya.
Ready and able.
My turn?
There's no stopping me.
I'll crush them all. Is that all?
All is going to plan.
You make me feel safe. Thanks for the business.
Now you'll learn. I must stay the course.
Great job.
Try harder.
Taking life doesn't faze me.
I'm growing, but at what cost?
One of us had to die.
I'll be home again soon.
I'll dirty my hands if I must.
How inspiring.
Fight, then rest.
I'll never back down.
A necessary sacrifice.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I have gratitude.
Thanks so much.
I thank you.
Thanks for the... Can't say I'm surprised. Oh. Oh.
Thanks for... Thanks for... Could be...
This'll help.
Teacher.
Thanks.
We finished!
Another gain from mortal risk.
I'd never have learned this back in my...
This is making sense.
There is always more to learn.
I'll make good use of this.
Impressed yet?
Thank you so much.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
I knew you'd come through.
is my...
Ivy.
Yeah.
Ah.
This is... It's kind of nice.
Eating food off
The flip.
That look.
Wow.
Edelgard Imp, but with you? This is give. This is give.
Professor.
I've grown up.
For me? For me?
Professor, the prompt person I've been now that we're all...
You there? With the church.
I'm getting...
Professor?
You... No,
Yes.
Looks like I've got them all.
Leave this to me. Go!
Hey there, Hilda. Hey, Shamir.
Hey, Sedith. I've been meaning to ask you, what is your relationship with Lady Rhea?
That is certainly an abrupt question.
You're much closer to her than anyone else in the entire church. Certainly you're a good, upstanding person, but I can't help but feel there's something more to it.
Supporting the Archbishop is my sole professional interest. Personally, I consider her to be something akin to a companion.
A companion?
Yes, as in a traveling companion. Friends who walk the same path toward the same destination.
Companion, huh? A companion. I guess that does sound about right, now that you say it. Though, I'll confess to being quite jealous. Not many people can call themselves companions of Lady Rhea.
I do not know how she feels about it.
Oh, come on. You must trust that she feels the same about you.
There is no need for that sort of trust. My duties are the same regardless of her perspective. I consider you to be a companion also.
A companion in fighting for the Archbishop?
Certainly. Our goals are firmly aligned when it comes to that, are they not?
You're right, they are. I suppose you and I could be considered companions in that sense.
I am pleased to hear my sentiment reciprocated. I rely on you a great deal, after all. More than most.
Whoa there, what's all this now? Flattery won't win you any prizes with me, Sedith.
I do not flatter. I merely want you to understand why it matters to me that you be more cautious in battle. As your companion, it is my wish for you to be safe.
Oh, good, we're back in familiar territory, with you admonishing me. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I'll always try to live up to your expectations, so don't expect too much or you'll wear me out.
Why do...
Flame!
That...
That? Hopefully. That.
I have no need. I would like. Oh.
Thanks for... Would you look... Would you look... I'm almost... Thanks for...
Professor.
May I discuss something with you? I promised to help you find the truth of who you are, but I'm afraid it's not that simple. There are some details I have kept concealed. 5 years ago, before she vanished, I asked Rhea some pointed questions. I learned that she knows everything about you. No, that is understating it. Rhea is responsible for your existence. I could explain to you here and now what fragments of knowledge I was able to pry from Rhea. I fear, however, that a partial understanding might do you more harm than good. Once we save Rhea, you will know the whole of it. For now, that is all I can tell you. If you are still uncertain about your feelings, then permit me to add one more thing. You, Rhea, and I, we are like family. Because of those deep ties, you can be certain that I will never abandon or betray you. On the contrary, I greatly wish to see what your future holds. I am, and will always be, your ally. You're not wrong. History is full of examples. I don't believe that will be the case here, but I suppose all I can do is ask for your trust. The truth is, you have become indispensable to me. And that is true quite independently of whether I see eye to eye with Rhea, or even whether we are friends. After this war is over, where I go and what I do will depend wholly on you. I am still trying to figure that out myself. Perhaps it is just that I find you so fascinating that I cannot bring myself to leave your side. I dislike a one-sided conversation, but in this case, I am afraid I had no choice. Our future is yours to determine.
We finished!
I'm just not there yet.
Is this what success feels? Now to apply this knowledge.
I still have much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Guide me well.
I'll crush them all.
I'll cut through.
More fighting.
Shall we? Onward. I'll do my best.
Why not? Let's clean up.
Keep your expectations in check.
I am so impressed.
pal. Stronger the better.
They say experience feeds growth.
Nicely done.
Strength never betrays.
Closer to victory.
Apologies.
Seems like...
That was amazing.
Timing.
It was the least I could.
That'll do.
Had I room to grow?